Hey, what is up guys, Phoenix here, and welcome back to another part for our Glamrock Freddy pixel art tutorial. So where we last left off, we did the bow tie, the ears, and I was supposed to do the hat, but that took a lot of time. So we're gonna fuse the hat into a different part. I assume we have 2 more parts left to do. We can do the teeth and the hat today, and then focus on everything else afterwards. But that's if time allows it. I'm willing to extend it further if I need to. So anyways, from those three things, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna get to the hat. So let's go to the top left side, and we should have these things marked out. We have on the right side this 3 vertical with placement blocks on it, and on the left side we have the same thing. Usually I work from left to right, so we'll go over here to the left side next to the ear, where we have this 3 vertical marked out. All right, hopefully you're able to locate that. We can get rid of these placement blocks, and once you find that 3 vertical, we're gonna start off by putting a placement block above it and going up and to the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Top hat is pretty simple, but I didn't want to fuse it into the last part. From there, we're gonna put a placement block on top again and go up and to the right 3 flat 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. Placement block to the top or right side. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. And then finally 1, 2, 3, that's 3. Now that you have those 3 sets of 3 flat, if we go to the middle one, we can find the middle block in that. So this is the middle set right here. We're gonna find the middle block and put 1 coal on top. So now we're splitting into 2 directions. We have the middle block, put the middle thing on top, and then we have the final block in the 3 flat over here. Let's first go with the middle block, I guess, so that we can get the outline completed. So from that middle block, we're then gonna go put a placement block above it and go up and to the left 2 vertical. 1, 2. We're then gonna go up and to the right 2 flat 3 times in a row. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2, that's 2. 1, 2, that's 3. From those 3 sets of 2 flat, if we go to the first set right here, so this one right here, we can find the right block in it and put 2 coal on top. 1, 2. Then from that 2 coal, we can put a placement block above it and go up and to the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left 4 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up and to the left 3 vertical again. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the left 6 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're gonna put a placement block on top of that. And we're gonna start switching to the right side now. We're not switching to the right side, we're gonna start pushing the right side out. So we're gonna go up and to the right 3 flat 4 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, that's 1. 1, 2, 3, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, that's 3. And then finally 1, 2, 3, that's 4. All right, now that I've cleaned up all that space, we're then gonna put a placement block at the end and go up and to the right 8 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And for the very top, so if you haven't hit the height limit yet, you're still good to go. This is gonna be the highest block in the build. We're gonna go up and to the right 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as long as you haven't hit the height limit yet, you have nothing to worry about, though we're pretty far in the series, so I assume most of you guys aren't even worried about the height limit still. Anyways, from there we're gonna have to come back down though, so we're gonna put a placement block underneath, and we're gonna go down into the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down into the right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down into the right 7 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Placement block underneath. Down into the right 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we can kind of start bridging back and meeting up with some of the stuff we built on the left side that kind of is just floating there. I've been waiting for this part just to join it back. Didn't want it to just float in nothingness. So from the 5 vertical, if we go to the bottom block in it, we can do 2 things. First, we can put 1 coal underneath it and mark that 1 coal. But then we can go to the left of that bottom block and put 10 pieces of coal to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From the end of that 10 flat, if we put a placement block to the left side, we can go down into left 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to left 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then finally down to left 3 flat. 1, 2, 3. And And as you can see, it met with the 2 flat we had waiting for it at the diagonal, so that completes like one of the top stripes of the top hat. But we're gonna need to go back now to that bottom single we have marked, and we can remove the marker block and basically go to the right side of it and put 2 coal to the right, 1, 2, like so. Then from that 2 coal to the right, we're gonna go to the final block, this one right here, and we're gonna put 3 coal underneath it, 1, 2, 3. And from that 3rd block, so this one right here on the bottom, we're gonna go to the left side and put 1 block, but then we're gonna go to the right side and put 5 blocks to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So now we have all the steps we needed to complete the hat. On the right side where we have the 5 flat, we can put a placement block at the end and go down into the right 2 flat, 1, 2, and that closes out the top hat shape, so we can get rid of these. And then we can go to the left side where we have that single and put a placement block on the left side and go down into the left 11 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Placement block at the end or on the bottom, and then we can go back and delete the extra dirt block. Then we're gonna go down into left 5 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down into left 4 flat 2 times in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that should close out the shape. So once you've closed out the shape, and I don't know if I said, did I say down into the left 4 flat 2 times in a row? Hopefully I said that. I don't know. I just had like a brain fart. It's 4 flat 2 times in a row. I don't know if I only said 1 time, but it's 2 times, and it closes out the shape. Anyways, from there now we have the top hat completed, and we can move on to the inner details of the face. Now that we have the hat complete, we can come back down now to the mouth and start working our way up from there. We can do that, the teeth, the mouth, the nose, and then we'll do the eyes and be done. So we have a couple of these parts marked off already, so it's gonna make it a lot easier for us to work with here. What I want you to do is, let's fall all the way down here to where we have this, I think it's 10 flat marked out. So if you count carefully, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, we had 10 flat marked out right here. And that's going to be our starting point for the teeth basically, and it's going to start the lower half of the teeth. So maybe I shouldn't have removed those markers, but it's too late now. So basically, once you have that marker removed, what you can do is, first thing, we can go to the right side of it and put a placement block, and then from that placement block we can put 10 flat to the right of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we can put a placement block after that, and then go down into the right 1 single, and that should connect us to the 4 vertical that we had right there. So we can remove the placement block from that single and those 4 verticals, like so. Then from that 4 vertical, what we can also do is go up into the right from the top block in it. So let's put a placement block to the top or right side and go up into the right 2 flat, 1, 2. Then put a placement block to the top or right side and continue. From there, we're going to be going up into the right 9 flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then from that 9 flat, we're going to put a placement block underneath the final block and go down into the right 1 single. From that 1 single, you can see it connected to the 4 vertical on the left side we had marked right here. So we can remove those placement blocks. And before we get started on the right side, basically we can kind of admire our work right here. We have this 1 tooth complete, and then these parts are missing the inner linings that separate these teeth, so that's what we're going to do right now. As you can see, I also didn't remove that single block, or that placement block basically, between the 2 10 flats. We're going to work with that shortly. First thing we're going to do is go to this 4 vertical right here on the left side, and we're going to go to the top block in it, so this one right here. And we're going to put a placement block above it, so that way we can go up into the right 1 single, like so. And that's going to be the separation for 1 tooth. Then if we come over to the right side where we have this single right here, or where we have the placement block, you can kind of bridge it the same way. Basically what I'm going to do is go underneath the placement block and put 4 coal going straight down. Or if you accidentally deleted this placement block, you can basically go to the single right here and put a placement block above and go up into the right 4 vertical. It still should connect the same way. So we're going to put 4 underneath this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that connects at the diagonal Lucky enough, these teeth don't really connect to anything. So let's say you accidentally did like this or something, it shouldn't really matter. All you need is for the positioning on the mouth and the outer line to make sense, but the lines on the inner teeth don't really matter, to be honest. Anyways, now let's go over to the right side where we have this 4 vertical over here, bridged over to the second one. And we've pretty much finished all the lower teeth on the left side. We need to do the same thing to the right side. So we're gonna go to this 4 vertical right here, remove these placement blocks, and then put a grass block on top, so that way we can go up and to the right 11 flat. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. And then from that 11 flat, we're gonna put 1 placement block to the right side of it and go down into the right 2 vertical. 1 2. Now you can see that 2 vertical did connect to something we previously had built. It was this 4 vertical that we had waiting right here. And basically it should be connected to the top 2 blocks, which it is. So that's a correct sign. And then we can get rid of those placement blocks and continue working with the 4 vertical instead. So from there, we're gonna go to this top right block and put 1 placement block to the top or right side. So that way we can go up into the right 11 flat again. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. And then let's fly back over here and get rid of these extra dirts. And from those extra from that 11, we can go to the end right here and put an extra placement block at the end. And what we're going to do from that placement block is 2 things. First, from the right side, we're going to put 2 coal to the right, 1 2 like so. And then underneath it, we're going to put 1 coal going straight down like so. And that basically connects us to the flooring right here, and also has us going with our next spot that we're going to be working with. So you can get rid of this single, and then the 3 coal that we had, the placement blocks. I keep calling them coal, they're placement blocks. From the 2 flat we have right here, we can then put a placement block after it and go up and to the right 5 flat, 1 2 3 4 5. And then we're basically 1 away from this little bridge right here. The way we're going to close that is just from the 5 flat, we're going to put a placement block underneath the final block and go down into the right 2 singles, 1 2. Now that first single bridged the gap right here, closing this 2 flat out, so you can get rid of that. And that second single brought us down to this 2 vertical we had right here, which closes out another tooth shape. So if you zoom out, you can see now we have like a bunch of rigid teeth, which are fine. The right hand camera screen is a better way of displaying it, but I just want you guys to know we're done with the lower half of the teeth, and we can move on to the upper row of teeth, which we have less detail, I'll admit, but I still think it's just as easy to complete as the bottom row. So if we go over to the left side of the mouth, where we have pretty much all of our placement blocks are removed now, except for this 1 single right here that was here. This should come at the end of a 7 flat, so let's just double check. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yep. And from that single, we're gonna go up and to the right 3 singles. So you can put your placement block to the top or right side. Go 1 2 3. Then from those 3 singles, we're gonna go to the final one, so this one on the right side, and we're gonna do 2 things. First, we're gonna go above it and put 3 coal on top. 1 2 3. And we can mark those 3 coals so we know that they're separate. Then what we're also going to do is put a placement block underneath, so that way we can go down into the right 2 vertical, 1 2, and you can mark that as well, because I don't know which one we're working with yet. So you can kind of just see the bridging pathways right now. I think the easiest way to do this teeth is to start with a 3 vertical on top, because that's going to bridge all the way to the right side. So let's remove those placement blocks on the top 3, and from this top block in it, what we're going to do is we're going to put 27 coal to the right side of it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27. All right, and then what we can do is from that 27 flat, we can put a placement block at the end or top of the final block like so, and then go up and to the right 2 flat 2 times in a row. 1 2, that's 1 1 2, that's 2. We can then put a placement block after that and go down into the right 2 vertical, 1 2. And from that 2 vertical, if we go to the bottom block, we can actually go and put 2 more coal to the right side, like so. And then from this final coal right here on the right side, we can add 1 coal on top, which creates this symmetrical U shape in the center of his face. So it's like this U shape is the center basically. I don't really know how to describe it. It's like a gap in his tooth. So whatever we have on the left side, we're gonna have to mimic over onto the right side somewhat. So we're gonna have to have this little plank right here into that long extended 27. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go into this top right corner and put a placement block on top, so that way we can go up into the right 3 flat, 1, 2, 3. From that 3 flat, we're gonna go down into the right 2 flat, 1, 2, and then down into the right 27 flat. So placement block underneath, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then 7 more, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Perfect. Now that we have that 27 plank, we can bridge it back down pretty much and meet up with the rest of the face, or we can go on to do the other parts of the cheeks that we haven't started yet. So what I want to do is a little bit of both. We're going to put a placement block at the end right here, so that way we can go up into the right 1 single, and then up into the right 2 vertical, 1, 2, and then we're going to mark that 2 vertical to come back to later when we want to do the cheeks. We're going to backtrack to the final block on the 27 flat, so this one right here that we just bridged off of, and we're going to go underneath it this time, and we're going to put 4 coal going below it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that we have this 4 coal going below it, we're going to do 2 things with this bottom block. First, we're going to connect it to the rest of the build by putting 2 more coal to the right side. 1, 2, just like that. Meets up at the diagonal. What we're also going to do is from that block is we're going to put a placement block underneath it, so that way we can go down into the left 2 singles. 1, 2. From that second single, so this lower one right here, we're going to add 3 more coal to the left side. 1, 2, 3. Then a placement block after that. From that placement block, we're going to put 5 coal on top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go to the left side of that placement block and put 12 coal to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. So basically what we're doing now is shaping out all the teeth. We have a couple of them complete already. I think, oh no, actually we only have 1 complete. I don't know why I said a couple. But there's only like 5 teeth, so it's okay. So what we're going to do now is go to the end of that 12 flat we just created and put a placement block at the end, so that way we can go up into the left 2 flat, 1, 2. And from that 2 flat, what we're going to do is first we're going to go to the right block and put 4 coal on top of it, which should connect us to the roofing right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go to the left block and put 2 coal on top. 1, 2. And that should just thicken up the lining for us. Now from that 3 vertical that we've now created by adding 2 on top, so this part on the left side, we're going to go to the bottom left block and put a placement block underneath it, so that way we can go down into the left 11 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And now that we have that 11 flat, we're going to meet up with the center point of his mouth by going up into the left 5 vertical from the ending block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Let's get rid of some of these dirt blocks that are in our way. And if you look at the right hand camera screen, you can see that we pretty much have the right side of the mouth complete. We just need to mimic this over onto the left side. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. So what we're going to do to mimic that over onto the left side is basically we're going to skip a space. So this right here is going to be skipped. And from this 2 vertical on the left side of the center point of the mouth, we're going to put 5 more coal underneath it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as you can see, it's equal in length to what's over here on the right side, basically, after we have that 1 space. From this, we're going to put a placement block underneath it and go down into the left 12 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then we're going to go up into the left 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from that 5 vertical, if we go to the bottom block, we're going to continue bridging the tooth out. What we can do is put a placement block underneath it and go down into the left 11 flat. And we're almost to the wall, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And now we need to bring that tooth up as well. So from that 11 vertical, we're going to put a placement block to the left side. And we're going to leave it there for now. I'll tell you when to delete it. From that placement block, we're going to put 5 on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from that placement block again, we're going to go to the left side and put 5 flat to the left this time. Not on top, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, it connected at the diagonal to the 2 vertical that we previously left there earlier in the tutorial. So that closes out that shape. So we've completely finished the mouth. We got all of the lower half of this build pretty much done. The only thing we need to finish now is the nose and eyes and like the eyebrows, which I'll probably do in another part. We have something started on the right side where we have this 2 vertical ready to bridge up and start for the eyes, but that's going to be enough for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more pixel art content. As always, this is Phoenix, and I'll see you guys later.